In any real estate transaction, the last thing that happens is the closing. And this is where the buyer and seller each pay their share of the fees and expenses, also known as the closing costs that are part of the real estate deal. In Ohio, as with most states, closing costs can include fees related to the mortgage loan, title search, appraisal, and any applicable taxes. Although the buyer pays most of these costs as they're the ones taking out the loan, the seller's not off the hook. If you're selling a home here in Ohio, here's what you need to know. In any state, including Ohio, both buyers and sellers pay some form of closing costs in a real estate transaction. Many of these expenses vary by region within the state. So, for example, the cost of an owner's title insurance policy is split between the buyer and seller in Northeast Ohio, but paid for by the seller in Central Ohio, and generally paid for by the buyer in Southwest Ohio. But keep in mind that if you choose to hire a real estate attorney, those fees will also be your responsibility. So here's a breakdown of who typically pays for what. While buyers may pay the bulk of a transaction closing costs, sellers do have costs to cover as well. Some of these fees include a transfer tax. These taxes, which cover the transfer of the property ownership, it can also be called a conveyance tax. A recording fee. You'll likely pay a modest fee to record the new deed in the county recorder's office. Any title fees. Title-related fees can sometimes fall on the seller's shoulders. Any outstanding property taxes or HOA fees. The seller must pay any outstanding property taxes and HOA fees that are applicable at the time of closing. And then concessions. Paying for any needed repair, for example. The amount is usually subtracted from the sale price at closing. And of course, the existing mortgage payoff. If you still owe money on the mortgage when you sell it, that amount is also deducted from the sales price and is typically wired to the mortgage company. So whether you're buying or selling, it's smart to talk with an agent who knows your market very well. Seeking advice from friends or acquaintances can sometimes be a little misleading. If you found this video helpful, I'd really appreciate it if you'd like and subscribe to the channel. And until next time.